Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'll be explaining what PHP functions are, and we'll also show you some examples. A function in PHP and in most other programming languages is a block of statement that can be used repeatedly in a program. Statements are basically code. PHP has more than 1,000 built-in functions. However, we can also create our own functions. So functions that you create yourself are called user-defined functions. When you create a function, the function cannot execute immediately. You would have to call the function for the function to load. For example, when you create a function and the page loads, it will not automatically execute. For it to execute, the function will have to be called, and you call a function by its name. I will illustrate shortly how this is done. A function name, when you're creating a function, you got to give the function a name. So a function name can start with a letter or an underscore, but you cannot start a function name with a number. You can't create a function and give it a number as a name. You can't start it with a number. For example, you can't call a function 747 blah blah blah. No. It's also good practice that when you create your functions, you give your functions meaningful names that reflects what the function does. For example, if you are going to create a function that will calculate people's ages, you can just name the function AgeCalc or something like that relating to that. All right. Also, functions are not sensitive. The function names are not case sensitive. So remember that function names are not case sensitive. So this is a basic syntax for creating a user-defined function. So you start with the word function, followed by the function name, and then you got the parentheses, and you got the curly braces. The code to be executed is placed between the curly braces. So in my example here, I have defined a function called greetings, and we've got the function keyword followed by the name of the function, and then the parentheses, and then we have the opening curly brace, which indicates the beginning of the function code, and the closing curly braces, which indicates the end of the